Patty Davis, the daughter of Ronald Reagan, who's obviously no fan of conservatives or Trump for that matter. Patty Davis was like, wait a second, my dad was 77 when he finished his second term. I mean, this guy would be 86 and he's an old 86, and we know what happened to President Reagan and Alzheimer's, et cetera. I mean, there are questions that need to be addressed. Patty Davis, let's watch her talk about her dad and age.
The other big issue that has been in the forefront right now is the issue of age. Your father, when he was elected at the time, was the oldest person elected president at 69.
I know.
Now, obviously, the president is in his 80s. Former President Trump, the front runner, is in his late 70s. Do you think there should be cognitive tests for people running for the highest office in the land?
Probably, yeah. I mean, in just what we know about what age can do, it doesn't always do that, but it would probably be a good idea. Yeah, I know. My father was 77 when he left office after 2 terms. It seems so young now, doesn't it?
Yes. Did it seem at the time old to you? We talked about your dad as
Yeah, it
being,
might be a good
at the
idea.
time, the
I mean,
president.
hey, why not? Have a cognitive test. You know, when you go in and you do a physical, I actually just had one a couple months ago, and like one of the things that they test like everything. Of course, I had like a super duper spiffed up one, but you know, you had the option of doing this, and it's like memory games, et cetera, et cetera. And it's nice to have a baseline. I mean, I'm nowhere near Joe's age, but you know what? It's nice to have a baseline, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, give this a shot and flying colors. Thank you very much. But what's crazy is that somebody who's running the country, the president of the United States of America, I mean, gosh, if you look at that testimony that Robert Hur had, you know, I mean, it's amazing. Like, he couldn't remember anything. He couldn't remember the day his son died, and people are making excuses for that. No. I'm sorry, guys. Like, we're not making excuses here. This guy's the president of the United States of America. We're like dealing with some stuff with Russia and Ukraine right now. We're dealing with some stuff on the border. We're dealing with stuff in terms of inflation and our economy. You can't sit there and tell me it's all A-okay. That even if he's struggling with these things, it's absolutely positively fine. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But, you know, I've said all along, if Democrats were smart, they would have replaced him ages ago. It's hard, though. I mean, think about it. Like, if anybody's ever had an aging parent and you're trying to take the car keys away, good luck. Good luck with that. Because as they get old, as they start to lose, you know, this is sad. I mean, it's just the reality of life, right? You start to lose some of your faculties. It's not fun. It's scary. And you start hanging on. You're hanging on for dear life. And then you get angry. You're like, why is everybody trying to do this? So when I saw him in the press conference the other day, shortly after the Hur report, 388 pages came out, and they decided they're not going to file because the guy's too darn old, and therefore a jury wouldn't convict. They just kind of feel bad for him. I thought, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is the president of the United States of America, and they're never going to get him out of that seat, no matter how much they want. And believe me, I think they want it. I think the entire Republican Party actually is naive about that to a certain extent. I mean, hey, listen, it'd be great. If you have Kamala Harris running, you know, hey, I think that you take that trade all day long. I think Gavin Newsom would be a different scenario. Even Michelle Obama would be a fresh face on the scene and wouldn't have entirely the baggage that Biden has right now. So I think it's smart for conservatives to actually understand what is out there on the horizon.